as I say, sometimes small changes every single day that will make a huge difference. And now you keep maintaining this mindset. The mind is like a muscle. So again, if you cannot expect you do, you set goals for yourself today, and then you wake up in 1 year and it's like without doing nothing, and you're like, nothing happened. I mean, it's a muscle. You have to work on it every single day. My morning routine, if this might be helpful to someone, is like being grateful every single day. As soon as I wake up, I write down on my iPad the 10 things I'm grateful for today. Then I read, as soon as I wake up, I read from 10 to 30 minutes every day. Then I review all my goals. One thing that is so important is that, I have something called goal cards. Goal cards are basically a small cards where I wrote down my goals. And I wrote down, there is also a specific way to write down your goals, and they have to be very specific. They have to have a deadline, certain kind of things that when you write down goals. And then I review them every single day. Why? Because I don't know them? Of course I know them. But in this way, by doing this every single day, I do it in the morning when I wake up. I do it nighttime before to sleep, and I do during the day anytime I have a chance to read them. And I'm doing this because I'm conditioning my subconscious mind to make these things real. Okay, so that's the and plus in the morning routine, I also do 20 to 30 minutes meditation every single day. And this is a routine that is reinforcing my mindset. And now I'm at a point that if I don't do it for one day, I feel weird. And then it's something that it's how to say, it's funny because I mean, you're creating the reality that you want. And I decided to be this my morning routine, and this is something that I'm doing in my life. Some people may think it's working, some people may think it's not working. I don't care. I do it. It's working for me. I keep doing it, and I keep reinforcing the mind to achieve all the goals that I want for myself.
That's amazing. I gotta try that. I've not done that before, but I can see the value and the,
Mhm.
how it comes into importance. So, just to wrap
Mhm.
up all of this, how can you just like re-summarize everything, like paraphrase to just implement these
Mhm.
rules and
So
these
basically,
definitions or these like core values in the listener's head?
mm, okay. So the thing is that to summarize this, I have a lot of people coming to me that they think they have something that is not going on, that something that is not working in their lives. Once we start to work together, they realize that that the results that they're having is just a consequence of the thinking that they're having. you know Thinking in a certain way will produce certain results, and the way you think will make the whole difference. And if I have to sum up this, I would say that just because you're not having the results that you want right now today in your life doesn't mean that these things they don't exist. It's the same as if you are in your car and maybe you are listening to your radio, and we have these buttons where you can save the radio stations. So if you are on channel number one, doesn't mean that channel number two, number three, number four, number five, and so on doesn't exist. They still exist. The thing is that we are not connected to that frequency, to that channel. So we need to become super, super clear on the outcome that we want to achieve, on the result that we want to achieve. Once we understand that the result that we want to achieve, we can reverse engineer that process, and we can install, or maybe we can plant those seed of those ideas and those thoughts in our mind, and then connect to them emotionally. Once we connect to them emotionally, we create these actions that produces the results. So to sum up this, yeah, I would say that don't get upset, or maybe don't get disappointed if something is not working in your life, because the universe is always there to support us. So everything that is happening right now in our lives, that's because that's exactly what we need in our life. Then we have choices. We can choose to accept the reality or we can choose to create our reality. And once you create your own reality, if you think about it, this is so easy, but very few people do it because it takes time, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice, it takes a lot of things to make these things happen. And if there is 3% of population that earns 90%, 97% of all the money earned in the world, while 97% of the people earn the 3% of the money generated in the world. So once you want to create something bigger than yourself and you want to create this freedom, this financial freedom, this relationship and this healthy lifestyle and all the things that you wish in your life, if you want to create that kind of lifestyle and you're not getting the results that you want right now, just remember that you are asking for the 3% lifestyle. Only 3% of people in the world, they are having the lifestyle that you are asking for. So what I did is I studied all these successful people in the last 15 years, and I'm studying every single day, and I'm understanding why they are having those results. And I'm understanding how they are thinking, what they're doing, all the things that is happening in their life, because that's the role and that's the the example that I want for myself and for my kids and for my future generation. And I didn't want to, as I mentioned, it's choices. Whatever you choose to believe, it becomes your reality. And if you want to become the best ice cream maker, go to an ice cream maker and learn from him. If you want to learn, cryptocurrency or whatever, you just go to someone who is having the same results that you want and follow every single step that they are making. People come to me. They come to me because I'm creating the life that I want. I'm living in Bali, Indonesia, and I'm doing what I love. That is to help people to understand the real power and the real how to say, and to access all the insights and the deep side of the mind, to make the mind work for them instead of against them. So once you want something, study what's working and don't focus on what's not working, because what's not working is just something that is there to show you that that is not the right way. But once you learn from people who are having the same results that you want, that's the key. And then another key is to repetition, conditioning yourself every single day. How do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? What's the job that you want to do? How you want to contribute to the world? What's the kind of health you want to have for yourself? What's the kind of relationship that you want to have for yourself? What you're trying to accomplish in this world. So asking yourself these questions, they are so powerful because they allow your mind to think, to really think in what's good for you and in what you can really accomplish.
Okay. With that being
That's
said, I'd
to
just
sum
like
up.
to end on a quote by Arnold Schwarzenegger. The mind is the limit. As long
Mhm.
as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it as long as you really believe 100%.